What if Framed got it wrong? Instead of chasing the guy in the black outfit, what if the real super spy in Crossy Road was Matt Hall? Now, some of you might be thinking, come on, he's just a developer. He makes fun games like Crossy Road. He's not a spy, right? Oh well, let's take a closer look. He's in the game and he looks like a typical people person. Except, what's that in his hand? Zoom in. Enhance. It's the Lego Classic Suitcase. Just kidding, we've seen that joke before. On closer inspection, those white cubes are probably just cuffs. But think about it. Why is it raining on his level? Is there something more going on here? Oh well, something more is going on at Hipster. Based on information from recent interviews with Clara Reeves, the CEO of Hipster, they're working on something. And she can't talk about it. She's the CEO. If she can't talk about it, then it must be a really interesting secret. So wouldn't that mean Matt Hall knows the secret too? See? Super spy, I told you. There certainly is a secret with this character, and that's what this video is actually about. How to unlock Matt Hall. I was hesitating to make this video as I didn't know how to explain it. But with the launch of Crossy Road on YouTube Playables, I had to go do the work. That's because the lucky cat is in that version of the game. Isn't that the character you need to unlock Matt Hall? Oh well, unfortunately, that didn't work. It didn't work in Crossy Road Plus on Apple Arcade either, which was surprising. And when these Crossy Road videos started appearing on Photics TV, the focus was on Apple Arcade. So without those helpful hints, Matt Hall became one of the missing videos. But no longer. Here's how to unlock Matt Hall. At least here are the results of testing. There's something in Crossy Road called a great score. The idea is that if your score is high enough, you might want to brag about it. Except a great score is not necessarily a top score. You can see that with this text message. The auto-generated text says 302 on Crossy Road. My top is 353. And there's a picture of the sad fate of the beaver. The idea is leveraging the egos of players in order to promote the game. See, that's super spy stuff. Or maybe just logical marketing. However, there is a problem here. I mainly play Crossy Road on an Apple TV. While the hardware is quite capable of doing more, there are certain limitations on that black box. Ah, black box. See, more spy stuff. The point is that there's no web browser, or Apple's Messages app, so there's no reason to show a great score. That means I wasn't really familiar with that game feature, but recently I tested it. That's what's counterintuitive about unlocking Matt Hall. It looks like it's a good idea to keep your Crossy Road scores artificially low, at least until you unlock all of the developer characters. Because my top score in the main game is over 1200. And the game logic appears to be greater than 85% for a great score. That means the Polaroid-shaped picture appears if your final score is greater than 85% of your best score. The higher your best score, the more difficult it becomes to get a great score. To test things out, I loaded up Crossy Road on my Mac. It's basically the iPad version. So it has that social media feature. I used the Bashy Beaver as my high score is fairly low with the Bashy Beaver. You know, only top 1%. But the Bashy Beaver can be fast. More on that story is planned for a future Photics TV video. The point here was to show you the threshold as quickly as possible. My top score with the Bashy Beaver is 353. 85% of 353 is 300.05. And you can see how that checks out. With a score of 300, nothing happens. But with a score of 301, there's the great score. That's where the lucky cat matters. I purposely limited the high score to 500, which means 425 is 85%. And when the game ended at exactly 425, nothing happened. But when a score of 426 was reached, Matt Hall was unlocked.